So you're a tax pro and you want more work. Maybe you've read my $1 million practice book. Maybe you just know that, you're at 400 and you want to just get to that million, or you're at a big firm and you're like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm out of here. I'm going to build my $1 million practice. The point is this. You need new clients. You need to charge better, whatever. My advice to you, don't spend a dime. Do not spend, now, there'll be a couple bucks, but don't spend big money on marketing schemes and everything else, all right? I'm going to break down for you right now how you can build a $1 million practice. I did it, and I was broke at the time. I had to find clients. I started my own practice, discovered kind of the hard way that no one's just going to call because I have a phone number and because I'm me and everyone loves me. No, they don't, okay? They're going to do what's convenient. They're going to call you when they need you, all right? You can do this. You can generate as much as you want, and this is not mine. Tom Bilyeu, who has Impact Theory, has said this. It's a great quote. I agree with it 100%. There are only two questions that matter. Only two. Where do you want to go, and what price are you willing to pay? I am going to tell you right now, if you're willing to put in some effort on this, you can move the needle in a big way, and it does not cost big dollars. Are there some small things you might want to spend on to make your life easier? Absolutely, and I would recommend it. But you don't need to go and write a check for thousands of dollars for a system that's going to require you to spend thousands of dollars. Now, by the way, will those systems work? Yeah, they will. Absolutely. But most of my tax rep members come to me. In fact, I'm trying to think of 20 years, I've only had one ever call me up and said, Eric, look, it was a gentleman in California, said, look, I've got a very large tax preparation business. I've got a great mortgage business as part of it. They do go well together, by the way. He also does financial services, life insurance and all that, IRAs, also a very nice, it's they work well together. He said, I have 150,000. I'm thinking about doing more rep work, all right? Where would you spend the money? That's the only time I've ever had that conversation, all right, with hundreds and hundreds of members. Most of my members come to me and they start learning to do this. They enjoy this, but they want to get more clients. And by the way, maybe you don't want to do rep work. Maybe you're a tax pro who wants more advisory work, who wants to do fractional CFO work, whatever, right? Today, in this day and age, on this little device that I'm recording this, you do not need to spend tons of money to find clients. Here's the secret to finding clients. You want to be in front of your potential clients. Now, okay, well, that's great, Eric, thanks. That's mind-boggling. No. Think about where people are, okay? Because, by the way, this is still how I get clients to this day. Jeff and I don't spend much. We'll sponsor some events because we know the people running them, but we don't spend money on marketing. Where are your clients? Probably the clients you want are probably local, certainly within your state, is what my thought. When they have a problem, where are they going to go? If they have an attorney, they're going to call their attorney. If they have an accountant, certainly they're going to call the accountant. But they're probably going to pull out and go to Rabbi Google, right? IRS levy, New Haven, Connecticut. When they do that, or when they call their real estate lawyer who also did their will, when they call the people local looking for help, your name must come up. So in other words, the key thing to marketing is making sure the potential clients know who you are and that you do this. The easiest, simplest way, one, make sure your network knows that you do this. And that sounds silly, but it's something that a lot of my members just don't do. My very first member, Anthony DeLucia, he's a friend of mine. He sat through the first 8-hour tax rep training, if you will. Had an idea, said, I bet there's work just in my existing clients. So he did a one-page letter, what to do if you can't pay the taxes. And he sent it out to a roughly 500 1040 clients and got $148,000 of new business his first year. Why? He began getting emails from them like this. I didn't know you did this. My brother hasn't filed in 4 years. I didn't know you did this. My son owes sales tax. Can you help him? I didn't know you did this. My sister has been crying to me, the husband died. They owe $180,000. She doesn't know what to do. All right. Nobody can send you work if they don't know you do this. So step number one, you don't have to pay for anything, is make sure your network of people know that you do this. And you might assume, well, I assume they know. They don't assume anything. Everyone's too distracted. Everyone's got their face in the phone, watching TikTok or whatever the fuck else they do. All right. Make sure they know it. If you're a member, go download. It's called the Delucia letter. Letter to clients, in parentheses, the Delucia letter. It's in our marketing section. Download the letter. It's in Word. You can brand it, whatever you want yourself. Get that out. All right. I would send that electronically PDF, or if you want to mail it old school, whatever. Make sure everyone in your network, the lawyers you do business with, other accountants, that you do this work. All right, that's the easiest, simplest marketing. You're probably going to get work just from that. All right. By the way, you could take that letter and you could send it to 50 landscapers, 50 restaurants, all right, and 50 contractors in your area. You'll get work. Almost all of them probably owe sales tax and payroll tax. Those are the numbers 1, 2, and 3 industries for bankruptcy. Get it out to bankruptcy lawyers, even if you never met them. Get it out to real estate lawyers. All right. If you're dealing with a tax lien, let us know. We can help clear that up for you. Right. If you're going to deal with a bankruptcy, you can't discharge sales tax, you can't discharge payroll tax, and you can't discharge income taxes unless they meet all the criteria. So if after the bankruptcy, you've got this client that still has these issues, send them to us. We'll help them. Right. You will get work. Now, I don't know how quickly, how slowly, but you will get work. The other thing is to go straight out to the retail market, to the taxpayer themselves. The easiest way to do that without spending money, blog, YouTube videos, TikTok videos. Because when people go out and they go to Rabbi Google, tax levy New Haven, Connecticut, Google knows, okay, so they're in New Haven. Well, Eric Green, this tax lawyer, he has all these blog entries on IRS stuff and whatever. So I'm going to show up at the top of that feed. All right. And that's what I'm looking for. My clients, for the most part, I do get clients from all over the country, but most 90+% of my clients are Connecticut. Right. It's where I am. They will come in because, they start with the broad, they get, all the national companies, and then they start narrowing down New Haven, Hartford, wherever. We are going to come up because Google knows where we are. So putting out blog content, all right, it doesn't have to blog 200 to 500 words. You're looking at 3 paragraphs. It's most important when you do this consistently, all right? Now, I started blogging every day. So within a month, I have like 30 entries. They stay out there forever. It's like a billboard. The more and more you put out, they're up all over the information superhighway, as it were, all right? And people can still find you. The issue is you want to be consistently putting out content, all right? YouTube is free. TikTok, free. Most blog platforms, free. Just put out good content. If you're a tax rep member, we have videos on how to do all of this in our members area. But if you're not, trust me, it's not rocket science. You're already on your phone anyway. Go to YouTube and figure it out. The key thing is to keep putting out content. Now, if you're like, Eric, I don't like being on video. I mean, you're gutsy enough to wear that stupid shirt with the lisp and the glasses, and you're willing to do this. I'm not. Okay, I get it. There are AI tools that will do this for you. You can create an avatar. All right. You can even have AI do a video from a written script with you. If you record, you have to record a little bit of yourself, and it'll take you. There are apps out there that do this. All right. So you can use ChatGPT to come up with content ideas. You can then take those ideas, run them through ChatGPT to even get a script. And then you could literally sit here with an AI avatar and read the script. All right. Now, I think most people want to see you, so that's why I tend to do my own videos, not because I think anyone's impressed by this. I'm pretty sure they're not. But most people feel better seeing me, hearing me before they call. All right? So it's not that complicated. Don't spend a lot of money on marketing. Will it work? Yes, it will. I know folks who market in that space, these, kind of high-end programs, they will work. But you not only need to get the program, you need enough money to properly fund it. And we've had a lot of tax rep members that have told me, I bought the program for $5,000 or whatever it is, and then I had to spend like $5,000 a month. And within 3 months, they ran out of money. And the feedback they got back was, well, you should have spent more money. Again, will they work? Yes, they will. I know people that have done them successfully, but you need to go in with a big budget. Most of the folks that come to me are looking to make more money, not coming to me because they've got it to burn. So with all of that, I hope I've now encouraged you to be a little proactive, get going on your marketing, all right? And don't spend a ton of money. You don't have to.